All right, so welcome everyone. This is our flexibility and mobility class. So our one of our more therapeutic classes, more relaxing. So we'll go ahead and start from our chair, work our way up to stand up stretches, and then finish on the floor. If you have any requests of muscle groups or joints you want to stretch, just let me know. But we'll start with our facial exercises and then kind of work our way down our body. So, all right, if you put this thing off to the side here. Um, yeah, but as far as the equipment for today, chair, yoga mat, have a lacrosse ball and a golf ball that I'll use for my arches, just for a little bit of rolling on the arches out. So if you have any spear of that sort, hey Sharice, good morning. So we'll go ahead and start. So open your jaw as wide as you can. Look up and close your jaw, really aiming at bringing your chin towards your nose. You should feel a nice long stretch on your neck. We'll do about 8 to 12 of those. So again, just open wide. Just really work on that. So really pull that chin towards your nose. Open wide. Almost like if there's a huge jaw breakers that you see those ridiculous jaw breakers at the stores, candy stores. So open wide and then look up and shut your jaw. Do about 2 or 3 more of these. Hmm, very good. All right, and then we'll just start with some soft palpation. So we're just gonna go from our earlobes and then just palpate softly down our jawline. Every time I see those huge jaw breakers at old-fashioned candy stores, it makes me nervous. I just feel like there's gonna be one kid that just gets really brave and puts a jaw breaker down his throat or something, could just swallow or break a tooth or they don't even taste great, it's just like this rock that it's candy and that's why they want it. Let's go from the end of our eyes to the side of our cheeks. So yeah, it's kiddos right now are in that level. They just, oh, it's candy, let me put it in my mouth. Just gently palpate. All right, now with the back of our knuckles, just gently, just roll right on your cheeks. Kind of glad we're doing this class because I was getting sore. Well, I am sore, and then back at it again tomorrow. Okay, so let's go ahead. Small windpipe um, through your nose. Well, small, breathe through your nose and then make a small windpipe with your lips. So inhale for about 3 or 4 seconds and exhale for about 5 to 8 seconds. All right, we'll do 10 of those. So breathe. Get all that air out. Couple more. Very good. All right, let's go ahead and just puff up our cheeks with air and just gently massage that those cheeks as we're doing that. So just fill them up with air. Nice. Okay, so now that you can relax, let's make that pocket of air again, and then let's just move the air from cheek to cheek, and then upper lip to lower lip, and then just kind of make this cycle of just transferring that air pocket. So I can get tiresome. I can only do so much of that before my jaw starts to hurt. All right. So now we're going to begin with our neck stretches. Okay, so gently just left to right. We'll do about 8 of these turns in each direction. Okay, now up and down. So bring that chin all the way to into your chest. Bring your head back as far as you can go. And some neck circles. So these, remember, these are very gentle. Slowly, it's gentle. Switch directions. We're gonna do a couple isometric strengthening stretches here. So pretty much isometric stretches would just be when you're applying force, but not really moving. So the way we're gonna do it here is just place your hand. Imagine your hand is a wall, so it's gonna be solid, and you're pushing your head towards your hand. So you should feel a little bit of resistance or tension going on the opposite side. So you're just really just pressing up against it and relax, press. Relax, relax. Do a couple more of those. Okay. Then we're gonna do the left side. When someone's gone through a bad injury and is doing physical therapy or rehab, sometimes the first exercises that they are able to do or begin therapy with are isometric. And mainly because it doesn't require much range of motion, but it does require your muscles to activate. So, all right, next we're gonna do it just putting your hand on your forehead right in front of you. Again, you're just kind of pushing forward with your head, and now allowing it to go forward and relax. Feel right behind your neck working. And we'll do about 5 or 6 of these in each direction. All right, very good. Okay, and then we'll go back. So just put your hands here, and again, just almost like you're leaning back. Your hands are preventing you from doing that. All right. All right, let's sit on that left hand. Bring your right hand over. Just working on the neck right now. Morning, Doris. Josefina, welcome. Miss Ramen. We'll switch. Okay. Next, right here, we're just gonna do our turtle heads right here. So next, our shoulders, our torso's fixed. So we go forward with our head, back, forward, back, forward. And repeat. So 8 to 10 of these. Alrighty. Good. Right. We'll move down our body into our shoulders and upper back. So let's just go ahead, do some shoulder rotations. Let's go in reverse. Very good. All right. We'll continue with our shoulders here. So let's do some snow angels. So here. Mm. So as I'm chatting my family about the camping trip, there's a possibility we may stay till Tuesday. So I'll keep you folks posted on that, um, and see what we'll do as far as an option for, if we do a video or if I'm able to get internet out there. Okay, so now similar to when we do our foam rolling shoulder stretch, but from this direction, all I'm gonna ask is to bring your arms 45 degrees in front of you. So here and back. First, you had some pops. Very good. Right. Bring on right arm across. Stretch the scapula a little bit. Shoulder. Let's switch. Okay. All right, we're gonna go with the Arnold press motion. So elbows up here, just press. So 10 to 12 of these. Shoulders are getting tired just from stretches. Okay, really tired there. Okay, so we did snow angels. Let's go ahead and work our way down. So tricep press down. So just hands down, back here. So palms facing the camera. And just press down. Okay, now palms down, palms are facing the camera, and then we're gonna do cross chest. So I'm just working on some elbow mobility here. I'm curious, does anyone have music on? Does anyone play anything? Cherise? Some rock and roll? Some soothing. Have elbows here. And then door openers.
I have calming music for stretch, and I have classic rock and roll going on for the workouts.
Nice.
It helps.
I feel like I should have one of those soothing fountains off to the side right here, like for one of these classes.
Yeah, it's nice.
I think we tried audio or music on my end a few years ago, and it just didn't, um, yeah, didn't reflect correctly. Then you couldn't hear me, and yeah, it was a mess. Okay, well, we still have the chair. We're gonna do a cat scratching pose. So again, we're sitting back, torso's upright, hands up, reach forward, and then all the way. Come back. Let's do 10 to 12 of those. 2, 6, 7. Hey, Olivia. Morning. 8, 9. Just going for 10. 10. Very good. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just rotate my torso, grab a hold of my back rest. Just gentle stretch. My wife came back yesterday from Sam's Club with 2 huge bags of Cheetos for the camping trip. I'm like, there you go, messing with my temptation on this camping trip. So, but I think she's getting me some beef jerky for the snacking. So, gotta be somewhat healthy on this trip. Let's switch. Alrighty. We'll work on our forearm and our wrists to our hands just because this is the only opportunity all week that we have a time to touch on this. And I doubt that, most of us are doing forearm or wrist stretches anyway. So your arm should be a little bit past your wrist, a little bit past your knee, and then just push down. And as you're pushing down, you're also, again, another isometric stretch here. You're pushing down and you're just pushing here. So that should be strengthening your forearm. Just continue. And we still got to figure out if sequoias is going to happen. I saw a video online that it's crazy busy up there with traffic and poor parking. Switch. So allow that wrist to continue down and then push, press up. This graduation week and end of the school week for most kids too. All right, very good. All right, we're gonna focus on our right hand right now. So just bring each finger to the center of your hand individually without bending the knuckles. Right, now let's do that with bending each knuckle, okay? So each finger individually and bend every knuckle. Okay. Now we're gonna go ahead and web the fingers out. So just separate them out from each other to bring them close and then separate. Just want to work on those little tendons in between each finger. Right, let's go to or actually, let's make a fist and open, fist, open. Very good. And then we'll go to our left hand. So just remember, bring each finger to the center of the hand, without flexing. All right, now let's go with bending each knuckle. All right, web your fingers out from each other. All right, let's make a fist. Close, fist. Good. Very good. Okay. And then, yeah, made the fist and close. All right, very good. So now we're transitioning down to our hips. All right, this is going to be our performance stretch that we do quite often. So, hmm, pretty quiet class today. So, hmm, yeah, so next 3 weekends are kind of hectic. Got camping this weekend, got a wedding next weekend, and Father's Day, and then the trip to Minnesota. I think there's one weekend, that last weekend of June, that's seems right now a bit chill. Then it's like 4th of July weekend, and then it's just before you know it, it's September. Let's push down, push down. Is anyone trying anything new with their nutrition? Any new, I don't want to say diets, but new nutrition habits, new meals?
I've been on very limited food. I'm eating strictly veggies, fish, meat, and fruit. And since last July, I think I finally dropped, well, my thyroid's been messed up for the last 4 years. And I finally got maybe the right medication. And I'm dropped about 20 pounds.
Oh, wow.
I'm pretty excited.
Good.
My clothes are too loose now. I feel good
There you
for
go.
the first time. It's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
It's been hard with my sweet tooth.
Yeah. No, I
I made
get that.
ups and I finally ate one.
Awesome. Well, congrats. Yeah. That's good. Yeah. When you find something that finally works, it's such a, you know, but yeah, I
Well,
mean,
I didn't have a choice, digestive issues. I got some issues going on, so I had to cut a lot.
push down. Yeah.
Not planning to, but her doctor, it's working.
Yeah. I you just gotta stay healthy.
Yeah.
I know I have one of my friends, I've been working out with him for close to 3 years now, and I think he's been happy at his weight. He has a little extra skin around his belly that he wishes he could get rid of. But he came down from 220 to 170. And I think some of that is just some skin that's left over. But he's pretty happy where he's at. So I think after having the same meals, nutrition for the last 2 years, he's gonna back off. Anything that has labels that's like low sodium, sugar free, additives, pretty much just trying to go as natural as he can. Because obviously he was taking some protein bars and and protein shakes. Let's go ahead and do our door hip openers. Protein bars, protein shakes, stuff like that. So now I think he's gonna make his own like protein balls, which I've done those before where it's just like oats, peanut butter, or some type of nut butter and then honey. So he's gonna try the whole just eating cleaner and healthier. And I mean I think that's something that, as we age, we definitely pay more attention to. But yeah, I think that should be something that we never get away from because, I think with children, we feed them like that, that's natural. And then as they get old enough, we're like, all right, you can eat whatever now. You're a teenager. And then as we start aging, it's like, all right, back to eating healthy again. So, um, yeah, hopefully, Jillian would be my little science experiment and try to, not so much go away from like for breakfast today, he had a banana. He had oh, I screwed up already because he ate my protein pancakes. So, but it's not too unhealthy. It's just pancake mix. It had some protein in there. And then he had some little bit of like natural peanut butter. And he loved that. But there's times where let's recline back. Where sure, like you know, uh, a hot pocket seems a lot more convenient for breakfast than other items. Ooh, so first pop. So
I heard that.
yeah. Okay. That was loud, man.
It's a challenge. The grandkids, my grandson is so picky. It's a challenge to try to get him to eat stuff. He will not eat pizza.
What? Oh,
He's very firm. No pizza.
oh,
Quesadilla, okay. It's funny.
yeah. Yeah, I've gotten with my daughter, she will order or request, will say, "Hey, we're getting pizza." And she'll be like, "Oh, make sure it has mushrooms and olives." And then we order it just like that because she requested it. And then let's do our leg press. And sure enough, we get the pizza and she just picks the olives and the mushrooms off the top and part of the cheese. So what's left over is just like the bread, sauce, and pepperoni. Everything else, she just, I'm like, next time I'm just gonna get you a can of olives and, you know, some mushrooms.
Maybe it's the flavor.
Yeah. So, let me switch.
My granddaughter's been introduced to a lot of. My daughter felt was real strict and healthy feeding when she was little, and now she'll be 8 this weekend. And her dad is letting her drink Coke and a lot of stuff, and so she's kind of gotten a taste for some of the fun stuff.
Yeah.
So her and my husband are buying a lot of junk, and I sit and watch it, and I have to watch it and not eat it.
Right.
Sabotage.
This next one, it's gonna be lateral and medial knee movement. So we're just pretty much gonna elevate our thigh, not apply too much pressure here. And it's not gonna be much of a movement, but we just want the lower leg to shift left to right without the femur moving too much. Okay, so we don't want this like here where our hips are swinging. It's just the lower leg, just to work on the LCL and the MCL a little bit more. So again, that's a tendon that will tear with any sudden like lateral or jerk movement. That's why you see football players, soccer players, basketball players sometimes with really messed up knees, and it's because they damage this tendon. So I don't think anyone here is doing extreme sports, but all you need is a sudden, maybe you're cooking something or you're doing dishes and someone drops something behind you and you suddenly just jerk and that could just hurt yourself. So yeah, I'm not a big proponent of um not just soda, but just like um sugary drinks. And unfortunately, um juices have that a lot. So unless my wife is blending something with her juice maker and it's coming straight from the fruit. Um, I usually try to advocate to go against, any types of like juice stuff. Let's do our heel raises. I mean, it's delicious. Like, I mean, and you'll hear me complain and say I won't have these foods. And trust me, I'll eat a large pizza on my own. Like, I'll eat a bag of salsa verde Doritos on my own. Like I love like it's the flavor to me. I miss it, but when you see if it's worth, um, and not that it's gonna have some immediate negative effect, but if you're trying to control your weight or how you feel or how some of these foods make you feel, it's like yeah, you kind of gotta sacrifice, the taste for those few minutes that you're enjoying that food for, instead of like you feeling lazy for the next hour or something. It's a tough battle, but so toes up. Sorry, I can't see my toes. I'm wearing my Robin socks. You could see them. There's, oh, he's right here from Batman and Robin. So,
Okay.
yeah. So all right. So let's go ahead. ABCs individually. So one at a time. Yep. Yeah, like sushi. Kind of glad it's well, a lot of the seafood that you could kind of eat close to being raw or fresh, um, it has great flavor. Like ceviche is one of them. Unless you're having a bunch of chips or tostadas with ceviche, ceviche is like super lean. It's just shrimp, lime, cucumber, tomatoes, some, what does it have? I think some cilantro. It's like super, super lean. So, that's one thing that I'll get at restaurants if they're like, hey, it's a seafood and Mexican restaurant. I'm like, all right, cool. Like I could eat ceviche and not feel too guilty. Let's go ahead and just claw at the floor. But you could at the same restaurant, you could also order like I don't know, what's maybe like a cheese enchilada or something, like you're probably better off getting like a chicken enchilada like or fajitas. Fajitas is another good one too, because fajitas it's just the veggies and the meats. And then if you want your rice or a tortilla, that's fine. But the moment you start like putting a ton of cheese on there or something else, then and I love cheese, but it could be very fattening. So let's go ahead. I have my golf ball, lacrosse ball. I'm gonna use my golf ball. Okay, so this is like a oh yeah, this is something else. This is like a cheater's like golf ball. Yeah, this is for someone who doesn't hit the ball very far because it has a bounce to it. All right, so let's go ahead and just roll. Yeah, food I enjoy when I have a little bit more freedom with food is like Hawaiian style food, like chicken katsu, their macaroni salad, Oh, it's so good, but yeah, it's not macro friendly. Does anyone have really tender arches? Like, is this painful for anyone? That's good. Switch. Is anyone wearing high heel shoes at all? Once a month, maybe for a nice dinner date or a concert. Let's keep going. All right. So to strengthen our arches a little bit, we'll probably do this as well on Friday's class. We're gonna go ahead. You could remove your socks if you have them. If you don't have socks on and you're barefoot this whole time, grab a sock or a little towel. Okay. So what we're gonna do is just kind of grip, pick up with your toes, fix, and pick up. And this is just another exercise for your arches. So, oh, it's already 9:45. I didn't realize. Then we'll switch and just kind of fix, grip, fix. After this, we'll just go down to, we could do our shoulders and our hips. All right, very good. I'll put these back on. All right, so while I'm putting these back on, let's just go ahead and you can have your chair nearby because we're gonna do our hip swings over the chair. But also grab your pole, your foam roller, so we could do our shoulder stretches right now. So give you guys a minute to collect those items. We'll probably just do a few stretches on the floor after that, and then we should be good to go. So a little bit of water too. All right. So we'll go ahead and go with our hips first. Just release. Here. And we're just gonna go over. Oh yeah, hips are good legs yesterday, and my legs are letting me know. Four, four, five, six, six, seven, seven. All right, then we'll switch. Two, two, three, three, four, four, five, 7, 8. Very good. And before you put that chair away, we're just gonna use it. Only use this chair if it's a solid chair, or put it up against the wall, just so it doesn't move. And all I want you to do is just step on the edge, and then just kind of come forward, and hips back here, and hips back. So bring your hips back, should stretch that hamstring a little bit. All right, we'll switch. Last one. Okay. Let's grab that foam roller or your umbrella or whatever item you have nearby that we could use to work on our shoulders. Umbrella here. That's all right. I'm gonna go 30 degrees up, or I mean, just right to my side. Thirty degrees forward. $60. 90. All right, behind the back. All right, right shoulder is up. 30 degrees. $60. Right in front of you. All right behind you. All right behind the back. And lift. up and down. Okay. All right, let's go ahead, put this down. We only have about 5, 6 minutes left. Do you folks want to finish off on the yoga mat or just stand-up stretches? Any requests? Carmen, Debbie, anyone?
Stretches, up stretches.
Upside down?
No, upside down, no.
Okay. Let's go try. All right, sounds good. We'll do standing stretches. So let's go side to side.
Standing, that's right, stand.
Standing. There's the word, standing. Remember, tomorrow is interval training, so tomorrow we are going a little bit harder than this. We'll be getting some sweat on. All right, big hula hoops. Switch. Let's go quad stretch. So right above your foot, pull back. So switch. Yep, if you end up exercising today and you're joining us tomorrow, just don't beat yourself up today. Just something light, maybe a walk. So hamstring stretch, slide bend at the knees, and down your shins. Chest towards your thighs. And then we'll finish off with some calf stretches. Okay, so stretching out your calves. So there's two ways that are easy to do. So if you have a corner, you could just kind of press your foot. I guess I'll bring my camera down so you can see the angle a little bit better. So I'm gonna use this cooler. So I'm just gonna put my foot, then just press and lean towards it. That's gonna stretch the calf. Or another one would be to kind of get in a high plank like this and just put one foot over the other and then just kind of lean back. So from here, just bring your hips back and that should stretch. Okay, so you could do that. Might fatigue your arms a little bit, but this is a way to do it. But you could always just find that corner or a wall. in about 25 to 30 seconds. I'm just gonna switch here. All right. And should do it for today. It's gonna end this recording for everyone.